Buddy from the Denman Homestead.
Stephanie and Buddy from the 7th Circle of Hell. Redo?
Hey. So we are still working in the barn. And
is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Oh, forgot.
We're doing second coats on, well, most of it has a second coat, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a ceiling second coat. The walls have their second coat already.
Yep. So we are approaching the finish line on mud and texture. Approaching, not like super close, but approaching. I'm gonna work on framing out this door. So let me show you what Steph did yesterday with this door over here. So Steph got this door, the frame around it is caulked and painted and finished out. So that's what we're going for on both of our entryways in the barn.
That was my avoidance project.
Yeah, not wanting to texture.
Not wanting to sand.
Or sand, yeah.
So I decided to do that.
Yes. So I'm gonna work on doing that, getting this doorway framed out in a similar manner. It's not exactly the same. The metal is not as wide on this one, but I've got the board. It is up on the table saw, and I only have to, I just did a little bit of measuring. I gotta take a little tiny sliver off of this end right here, and we'll fit it into place and see what kind of, these boards are kind of expensive. So even though this was on our first door, we notched out too much and we ended up using a different board for it. I'm gonna try and reuse this and maybe just screw a small piece with some wood filler putty in between the cracks to make it look like one piece. So it's gonna be a little bit of patchwork, but just because I don't wanna have to buy more of these boards because they're not super cheap. So I'm gonna do that and we'll get it measured out in the door frame. Okay, so we did end up having to buy all new boards, except for the top, because,
Did you already say that you messed up the cut?
no, I was gonna leave that part out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no, I was about to say that. I went to cut the side boards after saying I really wanted to reuse these boards because they're expensive, and then I messed up the cut. So we ended up having to go buy two more, and they're not cheap. They're like the big, what are they? Pine 1x8s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's okay. We were able to reuse what I didn't mess up there at the top, and then put the two new boards right there. Steph had to do some shims in here because the door actually has like a warp to it. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be trimmed around it, but
yeah, you won't even know.
There we go. The door is good, ready to be caulked and painted.
I don't know why this makes me just like
excited.
Yeah, like it's the little things that like, you know, that.
Yeah. Speaking of the little things, let me go show the network rack I put together.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of did something similar to what we have in the house, except for on it in the house for all of our internet stuff, it's on a hanging shelf. For the barn, it's on a like a little, I don't know, shelf rack thing on wheels. Check it out. All right, here it is. So this is gonna go into the corner, and it's pretty long. It's on wheels, but it's gonna keep everything nice and neat and closed up. So this is where, you know, I made the video last week of showing you guys how to make those little network drops. On the other end, this is where they're gonna click into. So you'll have like the little plugs for the network drop. A little cable will go into here to the network switch to give everything internet. This will power everything. This little shelf hidden right here will have our little fiber box that turns the fiber into the normal like copper network. And then down here, I'll put the big battery bank that I showed you last week as well. That we can use as an uninterruptible power supply. That's gonna go on the bottom. So there she is. That is the network cart. I'm pretty excited. Oh, and I didn't mention the top. Like, I'll be able to just put whatever I want because it'll be next to the computer desk. So we can just throw whatever we want on the top. Okay, babe, give us an update. What you done today?
Well, yesterday was the last coat of mud. And today I sanded the ceiling and started the primer. So we've primed the walls. Some have more coats than others, but you just did the ceiling.
This is just the first coat on the ceiling, so still hasn't even like soaked in all the way yet.
Yeah. But I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm happy with this corner.
Yeah, tell us about this corner. What's special about this corner?
It's just my first corner bead.
We didn't even show what we had to put in there, the piece of metal that had to go there.
Yeah, and I had to basically shape the sheetrock around it and make it smooth and look like a corner. And
yeah, so this is an exposed corner, and exposed corners have to be ultra protected because that's what people grab onto and hit and walk into and things like that, bump into when you're carrying stuff through. So behind this is a piece of metal that's about that thick on both sides, and it goes from the top to bottom.
It's called a corner bead.
A corner bead, and then you have to take the mud and texture around it so that you couldn't tell that there was some piece of metal in there, and it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You did a good job, baby. You excited? Getting closer every day, a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Good morning, boys. First day of school. First day of school. We're back. Oh, here we go. See how the traffic is. Love you, Caden. Have a great day. You ready? You ready?
No.
No?
No.
You scared?
Yeah.
I'm walking you in.
Well, yeah, you're walking me in, but like, it's scary.
On the Denman homestead, where the sun sets golden in the west, we live in harmony with nature, doing what we love best. From the garden to the kitchen, and the bees inside their hive. On the Denman homestead, come along and plant, nourish, thrive.